Hello, everyone. This is Rob Capellini, the director of VLab, and I wanted to give you a quick introduction to our long run value at risk section. You can navigate to the long run value at risk section by clicking the Analyses dropdown and selecting Long Run Value at Risk. On the Long Run Value at Risk welcome page, the first thing you see is a graph, the S&P 500 long run value at risk, using both long run value at risk models in VLab. We have a conventional long run value at risk model where we use simulation to forecast value at risk. And we also have a model which conditions the mean volatility based upon options. As you can see here, the standard model is graphed in red, whereas the model with options is graphed in blue. By default, we graph the last 2 years of data on this graph. At the bottom of the page, you can also see a view of the week and month's most popular analyses. Clicking on the link will take you to the analysis page for that model. You can also navigate to a specific model by using the VLab search bar. Simply select Long Run Value at Risk, the model you'd like to see, keeping in mind that most of our models do not use options, and then select the asset you would like to see. This is an example of a long run value at risk analysis page. Specifically, this is the long run value at risk model without options for the S&P 500 index. It was last estimated on Tuesday, October 19th. Here you can see a graph which plots the 30-day long run value at risk at the first percentile. You also have the option of looking at value at risk for different time horizons and percentiles by clicking at the comparison menu. Here you can choose a horizon of 30 days or 365 days. To choose your time horizon, simply select from the menu. To deselect, click, and that time series will disappear. You can also choose to see the first or fifth value at risk percentiles. And again, deselect the option to remove it from the graph. If there's a model with options available for this asset, it will also appear in the model dropdown. The other graph menus are much like the other graphs on VLab. That is, you can choose a subplot. You can plot price and return, which is what we're seeing right now. You can also choose to see just return, just price, or to not plot any values in the subplot at all. Plotting with different line styles, specifically line points, come in handy when plotting on very short time intervals, so you can see each day in the lines in the graph. You can also change the key position to either outside the graph or somewhere in the four corners of the graph. And lastly, if you'd like to copy the graph for a presentation or to keep for your purposes, click the Copy Graph button. A pop-up window will appear, which will allow you to right-click and save the image. Underneath the menu, we have our standard graph selection options. You can either choose a specific date range to view by clicking on the date picker, or if you prefer, you can select a custom pre-selected time period by selecting one of the links to the right of the date pickers. Lastly, on this page, we have links to other long-run value at risk analyses for equity indices. Clicking on a link in this box will take you to the respective analysis.